Hi tubers, hi, I'm back with the 24 books of 2024 according to Great Yarmouth, and it's a Nancy Drew Files by Carolyn Keene, Wings of Fear. Now, this book came out in 1987, so I was quite young when this even came out. I got this in a charity shop. It cost £2.75. Okay, so I read Nancy Drew books years and years. I actually read a few of these Nancy Drew Files. So this was Nancy Drew as a teenager. The only ones that came with Nancy Drew as a young adult. There was now, first of all, I did not know this. There's a TV show on Amazon. I didn't even know about that. No, I haven't seen it. I actually enjoyed the film though of Emma Stone, and I will actually try to check out the actual Nancy Drew TV show. Okay, so yes, I know it's been cancelled, but all the shows always are these days. Anyway, so the Nancy Drew Files, Wings of Fear, Case 13. Oh, I'm lucky with some. So here we are. A desperate call for an old friend brings Nancy to Seattle to investigate a possible murder. Jennifer Bishop, a flight attendant with Victory Airlines, is certain the death of her colleague Robert Fullerton was no accident. Nancy's reunion with Jennifer causes serious problems from the start. A murder is narrowly avoided when Nancy uncovers a smuggling ring operating inside the airline. But when the case suddenly explodes with sheer terror when the plane carrying Nancy and a key witness is ripped open by a bomb blast. You would not get away with this book now, incidentally. Oh my god, no. No, okay, so this is definitely pre 9/11. And by the way, I don't know if it's bad research or something, but security procedures at this airline, at this airport itself, okay, Nancy goes out, okay, to the goddamn runway without wearing a high vis, for God's sake. Just your ID doesn't cut it. So, anyway, so it starts with Nancy being woke up in the middle of the night, okay, and here we are. Grabbing one hand, Nancy grabbed the receiver. Hello, she said from under the pillow. Nancy, is that you? The voice on the other end was filled with terror. You've got to help me right away. A friend of mine is dead, and I think someone killed him. Right. Nancy breathed in the darkness. Jennifer, is that you? Okay. So, Jennifer Bishop had once lived with Nancy in River Heights, and she and Nancy had been close friends. After graduating high school, Jennifer got a job as a flight attendant for Victory Airlines, a company based in Seattle, Washington. Right. So Jennifer is insisting, okay, that Nancy investigate this because her friend Rob Fullerton was murdered. She believes the case brakes were cut, and so Nancy Drew is on the case. Nancy Drew is on the case, okay, and of course, okay, Bess is there now. Bess, okay, for those who don't actually follow the story, okay, she's basically thirsty for any man on the planet, and she is also constantly obsessing about her weight, okay, constantly, right. And the thing is this now on the front, okay, it actually gives the actual points, all right. Now get this: the case, investigate the strange death of Victory Airline trainees Rob Fullington, contact Jennifer Bishop, suspect Sean Richmond, Jennifer's handsome boyfriend. He obviously resents Nancy investigating. Grant Sweeney, the surly baggage chief who was downstairs of his department, or else. Miranda Cummings, the pretty flight attendant who was given a mysterious and very valuable Chinese vase by the late Rob Fullington. Complications. Since that everyone wants Nancy off this case, especially the unknown killer who plants a bomb on her flight. Okay, so, but the thing is this, okay, is as soon as Nancy is on the case, as you do, Nancy Drew is on the case, okay, she gets a rock, okay, thrown at her, alright? Here you go. Right, it rolls under a chair though, not like dramatically through a window, but this is so dramatic. A message had been pasted together from letters cut out of a magazine. Nancy Drew, if you value your life, leave Seattle now. Okay? So, and there was talks to Preston Talbot, who's the head of Victory Airlines, by the way, who didn't hire her because apparently no one hires Nancy Drew. Everyone gives her a ring, right? And she starts investigating crimes for them. So, yeah, I prefer Veronica Mars. Anyway, but it's interesting, okay, because in all this, of course, right, Jennifer's boyfriend Sean suddenly, Jennifer gets scared that her boyfriend Sean is interested in Nancy, and there's a subplot with that going on. Of course, Nancy is devoted to Ned, okay, in River Heights, okay. And the thing is this: they investigate a smuggling ring involving a vase, okay, and Nancy, I can't believe this even happened in a book in 1987. Well, perhaps I actually can. Runs across the runway to a plane that's boarding, okay, and runs to a departing plane, and it's bit here. Nancy hurries down through the lower levels of the baggage room, then out through the metal door and across the asphalt to the big body jet. Sean was right behind her. Slow down, he yelled. I don't have time, Nancy shouted above the high-pitched whine of a departing plane. The noise outside was deafening. Right. So Nancy actually winds up, okay, getting stuck in cargo, okay, stuck in a cargo hold. And in the end, okay, the plane cuts out. She manages to free herself. Right. Now, you cannot imagine anything of, post 9/11 world, okay, even happening like this. But the security is absolutely terrible at this airport. Okay, here you go. And then all this, okay, Bess, constantly thirsty and thirsty for men and constantly on a diet, or talking about being on a diet, okay, is actually having training to become an air hostess, okay. So here you go, right. And of course, Bess is freaking out about this because Bess is overwrought and very overdramatic. Here you go. You've got to be kidding. Why? What's wrong? Wrong. Everything's wrong. There's so much to remember. I never get it all straight. Tomorrow we're on a simulated flight, and then we have an emergency landing. I'm supposed to be help these people off the plane, right? And okay, she's like, why did you bring me here? It's like, hold on, you're getting free air stewardess training, which by the way happens in a matter of days. I mean, just imagine, okay, like you apply to become an air steward, okay, and or flight attendant. That's actual terminology used now. Okay, it's flight attendant. It's gender neutral. A flight attendant, okay, and then 3 days later, you're helping people off planes. This book moves quickly, moves very, very quickly. But then, in all the investigation, okay, about who is committing these kinds of smuggling, who is smuggling basically Ming vases, okay, and other goods, okay, from Singapore and Taiwan and that kind and China, that kind of thing, is this bit here, okay, is right. Here you go. The airport was busting early the next afternoon. There were so many weekend travellers that Nancy had to weave her way through crowds and luggage as to get past Victory's main counter to the office. Right. I got to see Blake Maxwell, she said, okay, to herself. She was just about to go inside when Preston Talbot and Blake Maxwell exited through the door. Oh, Nancy, Miss Talbot said distractedly. This is Blake Maxwell, our district manager. I was telling him all about your investigation. Okay, this page is 88. Okay, and I'm going to spoil this, okay, who's in charge of these crimes. Remember Miranda? Now, Miranda is basically a tyrannical flight attendant, okay, who doesn't care if you've got triple pneumonia, she'll want you on a flight. And it's Blake Maxwell. Blake Maxwell doesn't really come into this text until page 88. Now, one thing I'm giving is this. Now, on the front of the suspects, okay, his name was never mentioned whatsoever. So I appreciate that misdirection. Right. Absolutely. But the thing is this, as the plot for this, okay, is so thin and it's so obvious, okay, it's Miranda and then Blake, because he comes straight into it, he's a misdirection. I thought it was a red herring, no, he's a misdirection, okay, is, of course, the subplot is that even though Jennifer asked Nancy to come over to investigate this crime about her friend who died, okay, whose brakes were cut, she gets jealous, okay, that her boyfriend Sean is in love with Nancy, even though they've done nothing together to even illustrate this, okay? Right. Here you go. Right. Jennifer came back to the room. It was obvious she'd been crying, but she tried to pretend nothing was wrong. Nancy couldn't bear to have her friend think she was been trying to steal Sean. Hey, Jen, Sean came here to see you. You know that. Jennifer didn't answer. Sean stepped closer to her. Come on, Jen, he said in a low voice. Let's get out of this. We can talk. I'm sorry about the other night. Nancy and I had a talk today, and I realised a few things about you and me too. Yeah, like he's absolutely in love with her, of course. But Jennifer's jealous. Of course she is. You need a subplot. Basically, this is the kind of book where everyone's in love with Nancy Drew. Absolutely everyone. Okay. So what they're going to do is basically catch the people in the act. They suspect Miranda, so they're going to catch Miranda in the act, okay, of smuggling. And one thing is this, okay, is the whole subplot, okay, is they're looking for a 747. Now, for those, that's a plane. That's a Boeing, okay, Boeing 747, okay. So they think it's to do with planes, okay, to do with actual planes. No, it's not. It's a hotel room. 747 is the hotel room where the smuggling exchange takes place. But once again, the misdirection. Okay, I mean, a little bit like, you know what 747 is? It's like, yeah, yeah, Angel, it's a plane. Everyone knows that. It's a Boeing. It's a Boeing 747. Everyone knows that. Okay, so, but when Nancy actually gets on this plane, okay, she does it in disguise. She dyes her red hair with glitter, okay, and wears glasses, right? And Rhino risk detection by using her pass to board the plane. Oh yeah, because you can't really use your staff ID, okay? You know, your staff ID, okay, to get on a plane, right? Nancy bought a ticket under the name Miss N. Nicholson. Wait till Ned hears about this, she thought with a laugh, okay? Yes, because, you know, she's been sprayed her hair glittery black. There you go. Absolutely. So it all transpires, okay, after a bomb is put on the plane, but luckily, okay, the plane lands absolutely safely, right? Is one thing that actually is this. There's actually a very, very good detail as well. When they're going over the airport with the explosion, they actually are able to land safely. Is they pass, okay, and then they circle back and then they land again. That's because make sure that people on the ground can see that the outer level, including the landing gear, is actually engaged if all communications are blacked out. So, hey, that's just a nice detail. I did kind of notice that. Okay, here you go. Nancy couldn't believe her ears. Room 747, that's right, it's Maxwell, not Talbot. Maxwell's behind the smuggling ring. Okay, yeah, it's Maxwell. Maxwell the entire time. And so it's kind of ridiculous how it's kind of easy to sell, but obviously this is a book for young adults at the time period. And yes, so it's Blake Maxwell, the manager, the associate manager of the area, with Linda, the obnoxious flight attendant, working together. Yes, absolutely. Right. And of course, Nancy Drew solves the case. There you go. Oh, I just took out the things that actually already mentioned that. Okay, they're taken for the damage. So it's all sorted now. Nancy's going home. Crime solved. First of all, though, things about this. Now, someone, okay, this book was written in a pre 9/11 world. Okay, now of course security is way max. Is the fact is that Nancy can just walk around this airport so freely. They can walk onto the runway with absolutely no issue. Hey, get into the cargo hold of a plane okay with no issue. Some details are actually correct. Okay, about circling a plane circling, okay, before it lands, there's technical issues. Just make sure everyone on the ground can actually observe the actual plane come in low and see if there's any issues with it actually landing. That's a nice detail. The misdirection, okay, of Blake, who was not a suspect at the beginning, actually thought was very, very clever. However, hey, I read this quickly, okay, it's just a nice diversion. But, however, the misdirection actually appreciate. The one person who's not a suspect actually committed the crime. Not too shabby. I'm signing off here. Bye now.